following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
I mean, I guess from a certain point of view they are. I'm a raft!
Next level of difficulty. Lasers. In addition to the saw blades, there will now be random brief laser shots requiring dodge.
Do they have a towel?
Yes, a laser sight appears and then a beam flies along it.
Okay. Do we roll dodge or is it just...
I want to roll this time.
Yes! 19 on the die, plus 5.
That succeeds.
I would like to hope so.
17.
That also succeeds. Titanium is straight up just ignoring them.
Are they reflecting off
Yes,
after they hit, though?
they reflect.
Yeah, but we've got to be careful they don't reflect into other people.
Soon, she and Stephanie begin trying to palm strike the lasers whenever they show up, again with non-verbal coordination.
Oh, I'm gonna go... Honey, if you can palm strike the laser back to the source...
She's already doing it.
Oh, okay. Like back to the actual
Yep,
source?
she's actually already doing it, and I'm blowing them up.
Yeah.
The raft bumps up against a rock. The metal corridor has ended in sort of like a beachfront area with a little house on it over there.
I'm gonna make a dexterity thing to not flip the ass out of the. It's right down the middle with a 12.
Is that a safe house? Wait a minute. I'm going to roll. It's not that great. 5 plus 8. So plus 13. I'm going to try and part the sand between the house and just in case there's any mines or traps that they put underneath. So it at least reveals them.
13?
Yeah.
You are moderately successful, although clumsy, and this disturbance sets off one of the fucking mines.
Oh.
You bitch.
Whoa! Sorry y'all, but...
Looks like ride's over, kids.
You get a communication in your head that's like... so... Slab can detect imperfections in the ground. Like, this is a skill you don't have but could learn. And suddenly, you're being told, there's one there and there's one there. The information is being passed to you somehow in your head. You know that there, and you know where it's coming from.
Okay, I'm going to... Do I need to roll again, or is the...
This gives you a +5 bonus on your roll.
Well, that comes to 20 all up.
Just enough. You can clear the mines aside.
Okay, I think we're clear now.
Slab will go forward first. Then Stephanie will go with him. Then everyone else is going in the middle. Titanium's going to stay behind to protect you. You are given this information somehow in your head that's like Titanium will cover your escape while you move off. Clang, bong, bang! Really, my head? What's wrong with you? Hey! And the group makes it onto the demined beachfront.
So there's the house beyond that, right?
Yeah, it's up on top of the little... the beach goes up, and there's some grass, and there's a little white house. Something from Amity Island.
Yeah. Well, unless there's a beacon, I assume that's our next.
The cave mouth, the tunnel mouth behind you, erupts in a gout of huge flame. It's an AoE attack. Dodge will half damage if you make it. It's not
So-
rolled.
Oh, it's just
14.
That's not enough.
15 wouldn't be enough either.
That's not enough. You needed 16. Right. Actually,
Okay, sure, I'll spend if it's an all or nothing thing, then I'll spend immediately. What am
only
I?
need 1 point.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the fire is like roaring at it. Everyone's like, "Holy fuck!" And Tom's just like in flame mode, and the fire just goes suck. And then he's just like, "I'm okay." And then the fire goes out. Oh,
Thanks.
great!
Thanks, Tom.
Smooth move.
H2O is like, "You should not have risked that. You don't think I can? I'm strong too." Good.
We have reached land. All occupants, please leave the meet.
In absence of the beacon, are we going to the house?
It looks like the only, alternative.
All right then.
Maybe it's like a safe house, and then we go there, and then the next part begins.
His safe house in the danger room. You're funny.
After everyone has disembarked and I've turned back into the thing, I want to try and extend like a pseudopod up and then just have a 360-degree look around to see if Ken's-
Perception check.
19 on the die. And perception plus 5, so 24.
On the other side of the hill that the tunnel comes out of, which is now shut, there is a small town that was not visible from where you are, except for your trick.
Hey everybody, I'd just like you to know that haunted safety house thing on the top of the bluff there is not the only option. I see a town, and I'll be looking in the direction of the town with the little periscope eye so they can actually hit that away.
They're not giving us direction. The house was presented to us, but there's a town there
I just
we couldn't see. What if... Can you... Who here has, like, stealthy, sneaky abilities? We should go scope it out and see if it's safe.
I am totally down for doing that, but I just wanted to raise one more thing. Do we have anybody who can check under the water to see if the beacon's down there?
H2O looks at you, and then she goes, "Really?
Well, I didn't.
I will check."
I didn't want to assume.
Tom, if you feel you're... I know, jump in the water! God damn it, woman! I am only trying to help. I will be back soon. She just walks into the water.
Yeah. Dude, she's
The last thing you hear is just like, "Oh, yeah."
Well, it's just, she basically propelled us all along. She's probably pretty damn tired.
I've never seen her tired at all.
Okay.
Has this town got a population, honey?
Too far away.
I can't see that far. I just looked over all the obstacles to see it. I can go have a look.
H2O will emerge about 3 minutes later from the water. I see nothing down there, nor do the fishes report anything like it. They could be lying, but why would they?
They're not-
Sorry?
That's Steven. Hey, what's up?
And we were trying to decide whether going between the safe house or the nebulous town.
Right, so who here has, like, sneaky skills who can scout around and do stuff? Of course. This is actually, Michael Weeks has been the one who has us actually. Who's got these skills? So you do, of course. Anyone else? Anyone? We can't send him alone. I'm just good at standing out, as it were. I'm heavy metal and I clink when I move. I could get distracted and it might be bad. Actually, is there anyone? No. So you're going, because you're the player character. Okay then, next best thing. You're fit. You're used to crawling under barbed wire, I assume, and therefore can flexible around places. And you're probably a fast runner. And you've got some discipline.
Sure, but I don't know if I'm exactly stealthy, but...
You can just act like a banker. Go have a look at the town, scout it out, come back to us. They're not giving us a directive and there's been nothing else. This is a challenge.
Wish I had my gun.
So we have to go like over a hill and then descend down into the town?
I'm at least gonna pick up some stones from the ground.
And just go up to the crest of the hill and just be like... Alright, I'm trying to find a route that you can take too. Try and follow me. Slither.
You just become another fucking snake.
Metal Gear.
And that's actually using the slither travel power, so it's not stupid slow.
Stealth rolls.
Wasn't allowed.
She's getting assistance because I'm pathfinding a better route.
There's the 3 after the 4. 6.
Dun 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 dun!
+2.
8.
And Jennifer also gets a +2 because she has also come along.
26.
She's moving surprisingly stealthily through the brush.
Did she tell us she was coming, or
No.
she just went...
She's just suddenly there.
Come here, shit.
I'm really good at sneaking up on people. I use it to spy on my boyfriend all the time because I think he's a superhero and I'm trying to catch him at it.
It's good that you trust your boyfriend, honey.
I trust him about most things, but not that. He's so secretive about his new friends. Also, his hat got lost one time and he just had another one. That's not normal.
Don't say. Keep going.
Don't pay any attention to me. I'm just a sneaky snake. Sneaky snake.
Are you saying that?
Sneaky snake.
You are fucking lucky. Okay, you reach the edge of the village. Let's make some perception checks. You are now near enough to... You're about 30 feet out from the village. This village, upon closer inspection, appears to be like a seaport town, similar to the one in Life is Strange.
Arcadia Bay?
Yeah, that's the one. I haven't played it
15.
fucking... Well, I played half of it.
Yeah, 10. Probably I'm going to want to get close enough to get right up against one of the windows and see what's inside.
Well, then you'll have to get 30 feet closer and make another check. But first, let me give you the results from this one. The town appears to actually be populated, in that you can see one old fisherman type. He's got a bailing hook, and he's like, boom, into a carcass of shark. And he's like, oh, you gotta get it up there. Over towards a sort of big warehousey thing with this sort of rolling gate. He's dressed in a ragged old blue, like, sailor coat, and he has turned down boots and that, and like a wool cap tugged down over his scraggy hair, and just muttering sounds as he goes off. You hear from the closest building sounds of people moving about and muttering sounds. You will also see, like, there's a pier that goes out into the water way down there. There's about, like, 8 buildings on this side, 10 on that side, 1 road. What do? You said you wanted to get closer. That's another stealth check.
just to whisper to Jennifer, when I get the feeling this is going to be some kind of protection mission. Like protect the villagers from something.
We can't even protect ourselves.
Hey, we did pretty good getting this far. Everybody's been working together as a team.
25. Or 45.
Right. It is 45. No one has seen you. You get up to the side of the thing. There is in fact a window there. Inside, a woman is cooking. It looks like this is a diner of some sort. And she's like frying up some bacon on that thing there, and there's another thing. And she moves over there and she's like, oh no, God. Shh, on that thing. Check that, stir it around. Not quite yet. Flip the bacon. Plating it up. She's like quite industriously working.
Retreat back down. Snake back the way I came. Start making the way back up to the hill to the other two.
Is this place like it's out of time? Is it
Yeah,
like
a little bit.
Like 50 years old sort of vibe?
Kind of, sort of.
Okay, here's what I've seen so far. Old place, inhabited. It was a crusty old sea dude with a bailing hook. There's a lady working inside the diner cooking food. But there's also a pier right down the end of the thing. So if we want to send Team 2 around sort of down the coast.
Just the water went near where...
It's connected.
Okay.
Copy that. We are proceeding around to the dock underwater.
Yeah, you can read them now.
He sounds so handsome, but he's such a dick.
He can hear you, honey.
I can hear who? Wait, we've lost track of Jennifer. We don't know where she is.
She's right here.
What?
Have you ever been able to read Jennifer's mind?
No, not really.
I just raised my eyebrows and look at Jennifer and go, he can't sense you would read your mind, honey. Maybe that's got something to do with what you are.
High five! I've been fucking with him. You're dodging him completely. You have to teach me your secret later. So, what do you want me to do? I can try sneaking in further or find out what the creepy old dude was doing with the shark.
We need all the information we can get.
We have no idea what the parameters are. We haven't been given a mission objective.
H2O has had a fly around the house. It appears deserted and creaky and very dark inside. Unnaturally so, she says. Also, did you know she could fly? That's amazing.
That is pretty
I
good.
was about to ask about that.
Yes. No, I'm telling them. You know I'm Is now the time?
Look at what she's up there. How can she spot any beacon or anything?
She says not.
Is there any way we can get mission parameters out of this? Because we have no idea what we're even supposed to be doing at this point.
I think we're supposed to work it out. That's what Michael says.
Did you see any signs or anything at that village?
Did not
Any
think
notices posted up on somewhere? Or?
According to the menu card on the unit, the cafe, the little diner thing, was called the Fish Gut Diner.
Diner was called the Fish Gut Diner, and their pancakes were super cheap. I like pancakes.
Gotta say, I'm not used to a coastal town. It's kind of pretty when you look down there.
Oh yeah, shit, look at all that water.
It's easy to forget we're in a dangerous simulation right now. So tranquil.
Don't be on your guard, but definitely check the place out. We're going to be quite slow making our way around, and we'd like as much information as possible. I know we're asking a lot, but you're going to have to do this player mission.
Who knows how they'll react if they see one of us.
Well, if it's anything like the way people react to mutants in general, fear and loathing.
But they don't necessarily know we're mutants, or at least not.
They'll know he's a mutant.
You should stick to whatever form you choose to investigate in.
You need to learn to emulate a honking big gun just so she can carry you and be menacing with it. And then, like, she pulls the trigger and you just say, "Ba-dow, ba-dow, ba-dow, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba."
I do have points at least in
Intimidate.
Intimidate. Not, I don't have Persuade or Deception, but I've got Intimidate.
So, are you coming in, or is it just like us two? Sneaky sneaks.
But you check the pier side, I'll check the side closest to land.
I'll circle around right. I'll start going down to the town and go to the back of like the buildings on the right hand side and start moving building to building.
Okay.
I'm just low to the ground. Actually, now's a good chance to see if I can, because I haven't even tried to do this before, if I can burrow. Because this is like dirt ground here, right?
It is.
Yeah. 14 plus 8.
Good for you. I don't know what that means.
Well, that's
Are you using your
that's my earth-bending burrow. It's
Oh, yeah,
my first time
you
trying to...
just go into the ground.
Yeah. And then just... I'm basically just going to slide along with just
You
my
immediately...
eyes like...
Oh, okay, so you're
this.
not completely submerged.
No, because I haven't... This is the first time I've tried this before, and it's just a way to try and reduce my...
That reduces the
Stealth.
speed and efficiency of the burrowing. Because you've got a
I
break.
can only go up to a maximum of 16 miles an hour with my power levels. So. But I'm probably going to be going slower than that just because I'm getting used to this and I don't want to approach too fast and draw attention.
Okay.
What kind of impact does that have on the land, though? Are you leaving a big fucking trail behind?
With her head
No.
sticking out? Yes.
No, you can choose to close it behind you. That's part of the power. You can choose whether to leave a groove or close it behind you. But the thing is, there's still this bright pink magenta like...
Yeah, her hair just dyed and so, yeah.
It's just, so unless there's bushes nearby that happen to match my hair colour...
It's a wax scatter!
Yeah. Do I have to roll a stealth again?
Yes.
13 plus 3, 16 plus or minus any bonuses being underground and having bright
You don't
magenta here.
think you're being spotted.
Yeah.
You know what?
So there's a like a fish guttery and smokehouse. There's like a warehouse that seems to be like they're pulling apart like boats and fixing them up. There's a church. There's an ale house, which is like a brewery there, sort of thing. And there's like some residential. There's a little town square with a well and a bell.
Right. Town square with the well. It's one of the ones with like a bell tower, or just like
A bell. Just a bell.
I am going to start heading to the town square to see if there's any foot traffic in and around the area.
How are you getting there?
Slithering and going around the gutters and in close to the buildings.
Gutters?
The bottom corner where wall and
Okay.
floor meet.
Yeah, I need a stealth check.
Don't fucking run, don't fucking run, don't fucking run. 11,
More than enough.
27, 47.
Yeah, 11 was more than enough.
Oh, wow.
That was just an exercise in rolling dice there, wasn't it? Yeah, you make it... So you get into the sort of centre around the well area.
Basically, I just want to slither up the post to the bell and cut the tongue out of the bell.
Okay. You do that. That's fine.
If they've got an alarm, hopefully I've disabled it. Pick up tongue. Backing back.
Okay.
So, if it's not-
So from your side,
Yeah.
let's get some perception checks out of you two. 4's under allowed.
9.
Wow, this is older than we thought. Look at that pilgrim dude.
Oh, there's a pilgrim.
It's like a like a man talking to a woman, and they're both dressed in like sort of the white fold down thing and the black thing and the shoes and the hat, and she's got like the bonnet on.
And they wouldn't even know what mutants are if it's this old.
Assuming it's not just appearance. Welcome me to thy town of Beacon. Strange name.
What's it spelled?
Beacon.
Beacon?
Bacon, honey.
Oh, that's a better name, but I don't see a lighthouse in it. Where am I supposed to go?
You listening there in my head, honey?
Of course I am.
The town is called Beacon.
Well, fuck my balls. That probably means as soon as we get there, there's going to be a nasty thing to do.
It's either going to be the villagers are going to rise up against us and we have to do something about it, or we're going to protect them from something, I'm guessing.
Well, we're almost to the dock. H2O says that she can feel something cutting through the surface water a few miles out. Possibly a ship. She says it doesn't have a propeller.
Could be a pirate raid.
Oh, we better get a step on then.
Could anybody see super far and see if there's a skull and crossbones on there or something?
No one can see a ship.
But she can feel it.
Yes, and the water disturbance or something. This could be a line of sight thing.
Okay.
What? One moment. Yes, continue looking around, see what you can get. You'll be there soon. Stiff upper lip.
Now I have retracted back into the shadows. Do I also get that same mental communication I was getting? Okay, so probably going to try and...
In fact, he's actually started also rebroadcasting what other people sent him in the relevant conversation. That causes a slight echoing of your own self in your head, though.
Okay, extend limb to the top of the wall and climb onto the top of the building to see.
You feel smug.
So I can basically do the look in the direction they're telling me from the top of here.
There might be something out there, or it could be a cloud, you don't know.
Fog rolling in or something?
A little bit.
I can't see shit, but fog rolling in out there.
H2O is very happy. That's air water, apparently.
I was about to suggest, can she move the cloud? There's water in it.
Apparently, yes, but not at this range. Is now the time? One moment. Sorry. There was a bit of an altercation. It's nobody's fault.
I should probably go back to Jennifer, unless you followed me. Okay.
She's right there.
So I rotated the ground just the top of my head.
And then she's just like...
Ah, I didn't realise you'd followed me.
Why wouldn't I?
I don't know.
This place seems underworldy.
Dave spotted... Well, H2O's detected something that could be a pirate ship. Well, sorry, that's me jumping to conclusions. A ship that's on its way, but there's fog. It's blocking any line of sight on that there.
Well, this is obvious, isn't it? We have to beat up some pirates.
Well, again, that's me jumping to conclusions with the pirate thing, but... There's a ship approaching anyway.
Okay. I think this is pretty obvious. We're going to have to protect these people from something nasty coming in, right?
Possibly.
Okay, you go meet up with the guys. We'll fight them on the pier. I'll arouse the town.
Okay.
Get them to hide. And the easiest way of doing that is hitting that bell. It'll be their emergency alarm for this kind of thing.
I was wondering that too.
Remember how I said, like, minutes earlier that I may have disabled their early alarm system? Cut the tongue out of the bell.
Push it back!
I mean, okay.
Never mind, I'll find a way.
I could maybe fling one of these little at it, if my aim's good.
Or I could just take a spoon from the kitchen and do it.
If you don't mind running into the middle of their village.
And that was my plan. I
Okay,
look
if you
normal.
If you need a
I
hand,
look
just
normal. I look normal.
say mongoose or something.
Okay.
Because who screams that out normally?
You'd be surprised.
Oh.
Okay, we're ready, team. Mongoose! Mongoose! It's like a wildcat! No, I mean, no one would ever do that. No one's sane, certainly.
So my head back towards the water.
I mean, say we approach these people and warn them. Maybe they tell us that that's a fishing boat coming in, or their friends or something, and needless panic.
Yeah, that be our wives and husbands coming back from a Viking.
I'm just saying, maybe we make a first contact thing.
Oh, I mean, we ain't going to be hitting any alarms until that's, pirates are verified, right?
Okay. Who's going to the docks?
Yeah, I'm not heading towards the docks.
Closest rooftop.
That's quite far. Okay, so just you.
Well, that's where the others are supposed to be.
There's a great bulge in the water, and a dome of water appears and comes up. And following behind it is like a big rock golem and a metal girl who apparently also doesn't need to breathe. And inside the bubble is everyone else. And then the bubble of water just splashes down, splashes down, splashes down, splashes down,